Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Virgo Verdict. I am your host, Sherrod Cohen. Well, one of them at least. And here's my other host, or my only host, the co-host, Tracy
Yes.
Ricks.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all.
Dig this. I got one for you. I got it from the social media, and it reads anonymous. Now you
Oh
gotta,
Lord.
yeah, it's anonymous. So
Anytime it's anonymous, it's a doozy.
it's a doozy, and this one a doozy.
It is. Yes, it
All right.
is.
Anonymous says, I told my wife that I didn't want any more kids, and now she's pregnant. I'm 47, she's 43. We already have three kids, 20, 18, and 15. Her brother just had a baby a year ago, and she caught baby fever. She kept asking, and I kept saying, no, not maybe, not possibly, not I'll think about it. Just flat out, no. So she just stopped taking her pills. She admitted it and even apologized to me for being dishonest. She said, but it wasn't fair to her either to not compromise or hear her out. Compromise? How you compromise in this? You can't have half a baby. She is due in November, and I'm being straight up. I don't want it. I'm on the verge of leaving because she betrayed me. My baby going to the 10th grade. My son just graduated, headed to college. My oldest practically an adult. I'd be starting all the way over. So we always arguing now. And so she sent me a text telling me the stress I'm causing her is putting the baby at risk. Who fault is that? I'm not trying to hurt the baby, but she's going on to be on her own with this pregnancy. Ask me how many times I've been to an appointment with her. Zero. And don't plan on going to any either. I was about to retire in 3 years, but with the new kid and a college student, I have to keep working. I really feel like she's trying to trap me. She just really blew up my life with this one. I don't want her or the baby. She created this wave, and now she has to ride it alone. MT, what are your thoughts?
Sherrod, I'm gonna let you go ahead and
Man,
talk about this one. Because I'm interested to hear what you think from a man's perspective. Cause I got a lot of thoughts. So let's get into it.
I'll
Think.
put it to you this way. I've had this conversation with some women before, concerning, you know, my situation. And it came out something similar, you know. Then a woman told me that I said, hey, I did everything y'all said a man should do. Be upfront, be honest. Boom. No matter, child still born. Now, I have a great relationship with my child. I didn't, you know, not be involved, but the point was I told you straight up and you still did what you want to do, right? I spoke about you want me to wear condoms? Should we do birth control? She said, I do birth control, and whatever happened, child is here, right? This is what I'll tell any man. If you don't want any more children, you can't leave your future up to anybody else but yourself. If you tell a woman, I don't want any more children, but she really wants one, bruh, if you don't get a vasectomy, at least throw a rubber on it. Now, one way or the other, he gonna have to take care of this child, whether through the courts or he does it voluntarily. And what I would tell him is, maybe you divorce her, but still take care of your child because that is your child. And he just said that I'm gonna have to keep working anyway because I have a son or another child going to college, and you still got two more after that. So I understand his pain. I understand his him being pissed, the whole 9 yards. You know, and and that same woman told me you can't trust women. She said never trust a woman when things are based off emotion. And brother, he's stuck. No matter which way he
No
go,
matter
he
what.
he, he gonna
Yeah,
take
he's
care of this
stuck.
baby. He taking care of
Yeah.
this kid. So maybe you go get some. Y'all go see a counselor, get some professional help because you don't want to have any animosity towards the child. And dog, you fucked.
So I really feel like because there are some people in the world where you can do something to them and it's just you done crossed the line. It's just too goddamn much. And I'm assuming that for him this was that.
It probably is.
um because at first he says I'm on the verge of leaving, right? And
Right.
then and at the bottom at the end he says I don't want her or the baby.
Right.
So I think emotionally, psychologically, he's already out. He's already gone because that was too much. That was
Right.
too much of and I think that it was a betrayal. And me and you have talked about this a lot, many times. Um, there are certain things you can't do in your relationship. And if we have established a relationship where we communicate with each other on a particular level, and I'm telling you, I don't want a baby. And you're telling me that you do want a baby. And we're like at a stalemate. There's nothing you can compromise with regard to that. There's no
Right.
compromise. At that moment, we need to talk to discuss now what? Because I want another baby. And you vehemently have denied
He said
the
flat
idea
out.
of
He
bringing
said no.
no. Not maybe, not I'll think about it, but no. So this is the moment, at that moment, when you realize that your husband was serious about this, that's when we now need to take this conversation to another level. Now what? What do we do? Because I want another baby. And for her, it's probably, I want another baby with you. So now she has to make a choice.
Yeah.
Your husband, the person that you want to have this baby with, does not want the baby. So now, me as the wife and the future baby mother, now I have to make a choice. What am I going to do? Am I going to forego this desire for having another baby? Um, am I going to do what she did, get pregnant with the understanding that I may lose my husband as a result? This
Yeah.
would be me thinking that. Like you have to, it's chess, not checkers. You have to
Right.
think three moves ahead. So if I know that I desperately want this baby and I know how he's going to respond, then I need to then prepare my new life to be a the sole parent to this baby or to lose my marriage or whatever it is, because it is a betrayal.
It is.
If we have the understanding, if because you're my person, if you're my wife or you're my husband, you're my person, and I don't want to do anything to lose my person's trust. Because you're my person, I talk to you about everything. I come to you about everything. We move as one unit. Um, so so you and I are going to have this discussion, and if I go against what we have agreed on, absolutely yes, it's a betrayal, and I should be prepared for what happens next. And the other part is, and I tell all of my sons, if you don't want to have a baby, I don't care what she says. If you don't want to have a baby, do not ejaculate in a woman.
Yep.
But that kind of gets a little skewed when you're married
Yeah.
because you're trusting now that there's
And
a
you're
different
supposed to be
level
able,
of
yeah.
trust.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be able to take what my wife says to me and trust that she's going to abide by what
Yep.
she says. And I feel him like starting over, like your kids is practically at the finish line with where it
Yeah.
comes with regard to how your parenting goes, because once they turn 18, parenting shifts. It's you
Hmm.
still a parent, but the responsibilities shift a little bit as they get grown.
Man, I wish.
Now, just a little bit, like you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
cause you're gonna always be a parent, and you're gonna always be parenting even your grown kids. Cause like right now
Yeah.
today, my mama is still my parent. Like she my
Yeah.
go-to when I need anything.
We become the guides instead of we're parents, but we more or less guide you instead of tell you what to do because you can do it
Yes.
or not.
Or not when you are an adult. So now,
Right.
he probably has had plans for this next half of his life. I'm gonna retire at 50. I'm gonna get a boat. We're gonna travel. The kids
Yeah.
gonna be pretty much self-sufficient. They could, like my 15-year-old. So the 15-year-old will be 18 in
18.
three
Probably
years by
headed
the
to
time he
college.
retires. Probably headed to college, if not headed toward the exploration of their own lives, where I don't have to be so hands-on as a parent. And now here you come with this newborn who's gonna be 3, a 3-year-old at the moment of my retirement. At the moment that my youngest child is about to go to college, you are really literally starting your life, and we're literally starting over. In addition to, I'm 50 years old with a fucking newborn.
Yeah.
Sherrod, I can't imagine what that would be like, because I don't have a newborn and not be fucking tired when I wake up. You got to do shit with the kid. You got
Yep.
to go to all the parties and the baseball games and go
Man,
outside
you
and
got
play
to
with
go
the
to field
motherfucking shit.
trips. You got to
You
go
got
to
to go on
parent teacher
field trips. You got to
conference.
give an allowance. You got to do all of this shit that for a parent, he probably thought he was done with. Like, yes, looking forward to, like, I ain't got to do this shit no more, because, you know, that kid shit ain't fun. Like, not for real. I mean, you do it because you obligated to as the parent. Sherrod, am I lying? No.
No,
Am
you
I
know what?
lying?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love kids. I love them with everything I have, and I've always wanted a lot of children, but I wanted them
Hmm.
under a different situation.
Okay.
What you just told your young man, don't ejaculate in the woman if you don't want kids. My take on that is if you don't prevent it, you planned it, and that's me taking
Hmm.
responsibility for my irresponsibility. Right.
Hmm.
So when I was younger, I was very irresponsible, and hey, just nutting. Right. So
I'm gonna need you never to do that. Never to do that again. Y'all, did y'all see that shit?
but
Okay.
but here's the thing. You know, I got grandkids,
Hmm.
and grandkids are nothing like your own kids. Okay, at least
No,
with
it's
the
different.
grandkids, you can give them back. You like go see your mama. But
Hmm.
the energy it takes for the for the time you spend with them, the 1,000 questions my granddaughter asks, the boys, uh, the one to punch and wrestle and it's hot and it's like stop. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta learn this new shit all over again. You gotta this cartoon, this toy. It's a beautiful experience. But
Hmm.
when you've put your all into some kids already and it's done, and it's like, and then you say you want to have another one, you're like, what?
and we done. Like we breathing differently now. You know what I mean? Like
It's
we
like,
our kid is
cause it's like,
15.
yo,
We
we're gonna
done
be able to just leave whenever we want to. Like,
we can
hey,
leave. We can do
lock the house
some
up
shit.
and we gone.
And we ain't got to worry about nothing. We ain't got to grab a diaper bag. We ain't got to, you know,
Nothing.
I ain't got to pump milk. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain freedom that comes with your kids growing up.
Yeah.
And they they in their late 40s, starting over.
Yeah.
It would even be different if he was still in his early 30s. It would be different. But now you're in middle age, starting
Yeah.
over in a situation that you don't want to be in. So that compounded with the fact that you 50, you got to start over. You don't want to start over. You with this motherfucker who done tricked you. Like, and
Right.
that's
Right.
something to
That's
do to a
deceit.
person. You said what?
That's a lot of deceit.
That's a
You
lot of
lied.
deceit. And you have been planning this. This is premeditated because you and I had discussed it and you knew what my position was and you wanted to do it anyway. That's very selfish.
And you knew what my
Um,
plans were.
you knew what my plans were. We're a couple. We've talked about this. And you could see and hear the excitement in my voice when I talked about retirement and us, we got one kid, everybody thought to be self-sufficient pretty much.
Yep.
And then you just gonna make me? You gonna make me be a new father again? Man, I think that's so selfish
And
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 awful.
and you know what? Now I can hear a woman say, "What do you mean make him?" Well, they've already decided before she caught baby fever that there were no more children. They've already decided this. She's on birth control. So that was the prevention of any more children. We got three.
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to hanging out late nights with my lady. We
Yeah.
doing so we might even buy a brand new car that we don't even need.
Hmm.
We're
Yeah.
gonna do some irresponsible shit that's gonna be fun for
Yes.
us because I ain't gotta take care of y'all no more. Now with
Yep.
a brand new baby, oh
It's
my god.
all this news. We're starting all over again, and I can imagine being 50 and not wanting to do that.
Yeah.
Like, so, when I got diagnosed with cancer,
I didn't know that.
I had what's called estrogen positive breast cancer, right?
Okay.
So the estrogen basically was feeding the tumors that I had. So in order to do that, they had to stop my ovaries. They give me these shots to stop my ovaries from making estrogen. So I go to the doctor a couple months ago, and she's like, we can stop the injections. And she was like, but I need you to be careful though, because menopause, they induced my menopause. It wasn't natural. So when they stop the injections, then I'll go back to having a cycle and all of that stuff. I'm not in natural menopause yet, but she was like, you have to be careful because
You can get
you
pregnant.
could get pregnant. And when she said that to me, I
Ooh.
immediately was like, we're not stopping these fucking injections, okay? Because I cannot imagine being
Being this
50,
age.
being this age with the notion, first of all, of having a pregnancy, but then at 50 years old, being a new mother. I cannot imagine packing diaper bags, and because this is I'm traveling era. I'm doing every the fuck thing I want to do. So do you know what kind of monkey wrench a pregnancy would throw into those plans? So I feel him because there are things you're gonna have to do. So, and then the other thing is, if I got pregnant at 52, I'm not having no abortion. Like for real. Like
Right.
if I get pregnant at 52, for me that means I'm supposed to be goddamn pregnant. Because who the fuck gets pregnant at 52? Like, this is some divine shit.
Janet Jackson, them, Naomi Campbell.
Janet Jackson's a fucking billionaire, okay? They can pay people to play with their fucking kids. Not me though. I'm gonna have to play with their asses, okay?
Right.
I can't imagine that. And I can't imagine like because this half of my life I want to be traveling and being free and a hippie. I can't do that with a
Right.
fucking kid. I cannot do that. So I feel him and I feel
His pain, his anger,
I do.
and his disappointment.
His resentment toward like how dare you
Yeah.
because you've made a decision for us and did not include me in it. That's just like if you go out, we're married, and you go out and you buy a house. We married, we talked about buying a house, we want a house, and I've told you what kind of house I want, but you go out, you see a house, and you go out and you buy a house, and then you come home and say, babe, we packing because I bought us a house. And we've talked about the kind of house that I want, and the house that you done picked out is totally opposite of what I have wanted. So you've made it a decision for us, a permanent decision for us, because you've already signed the papers, all of that. That's fucked up. I think that that's fucked up. I think it's inconsiderate. Um, I would hope that it's repairable. Their marriage will be repairable after that kind of betrayal, but I understand if it's not. Because that
Right.
means to me, that indicates to me that you just gonna do what the fuck you want to do, regardless of how I feel about it, what I
Now, here's a
say.
question. I wonder, did she do this because she's used to hearing no, but he changes his mind? I know this is a big thing, but I wonder has it always been where he say no, she pout a little bit, and he gives in?
Maybe that's why she felt so comfortable
Yeah.
doing it. Maybe she felt like he's gonna come around.
The
He'll
baby
be
will
okay.
make him,
Yeah.
he'll see me pregnant, and maybe he will. Maybe he'll just the anger will dissipate over time, and he'll realize, bruh, you just got to work till you 70.
But this happened to my mother. Like my mother did not want me. So I'm gonna put y'all in my little personal business real quick. So my the man who I believed my father to be, my mother's husband at the time, they was beefed out, but he had sexually assaulted her. But at the time, my mother was also having an adulterous affair with another man who was my biological father. So when she found out she was pregnant, she had assumed that I was my stepdad's daughter.
Okay.
So she did not want me at all. She was angry and upset the whole pregnancy. She did not like him whatsoever. Anyway, I come here because, having an abortion wasn't an option. So I come here and she told me that I ended up being a godsend for her. Like I ended up saving her in a way. So that I'm hoping that may very well be the case in this situation.
It could
There's a
be.
baby. You don't want the baby here, but when the baby comes, you realize that the baby was supposed to be here. So, anything happened. But Sharad, my verdict is she's all wrong. I would not fault him if he wanted to leave the marriage. I'm hoping they can make things work. I'm hoping therapy and a whole lot of communicating and forgiveness can repair the damage that has been done. But either way, whether they stay together or not, he is
Take care
still
of the baby.
responsible. He
Yeah.
still got to. Now he ain't got to do nothing.
Right.
But how you gonna have 3 kids that you take? You still gonna be taking care of them kids, from now to the day they die.
Yep.
How you gonna be
Trust me.
taking care of
I
your
know.
3 kids and not your fourth one? There's nothing, you can't do that. And I don't see any person doing that because the baby's not the baby's fault. So so yeah, either way, he's still gonna end up taking care of the baby. And I'm hoping that there's love in there, that he has enough love in him to extend it to the child, regardless of how he feels about his wife.
You know
So
what?
that's my verdict. I mean,
Even
yeah,
even
it's
with my own
tricky, but
situation, I got over it, right?
hmm
Because, like you said, the child is here, and how can you love all the rest of the children and not the one?
hmm
And it takes some time. It's not an overnight thing,
mm
and I'm quite sure if he does truly love his wife. Right now, he just sounds like he's pissed, because this was a betrayal.
hmm yeah, and
But
it's fresh.
yeah, and it's fresh, and it's like,
mm
and it's like, because like he said, I had plans to do this, and this,
hmm
not this. Now
hmm
this is gonna knock all of this out the way.
hmm
But guess what? Like you said, it might be a blessing in disguise. And brother, just get yourself some sleep.
I mean, get ready to punch that clock
Get ready to punch that clock for 20 more
till you
years.
70. Because I mean, hopefully he worked for one of the big three and can benefit from the profit sharing, and maybe he could get out of there a little early. But yeah, man, I
Or
I feel your pain, brother.
if she doesn't work right now, be like, okay, well, look, I can still retire. You just got to go to work now.
You just gotta go to work. You gotta work till you 70. How about that?
Yeah.
That's a compromise, though.
Yep.
That's a compromise. Now, I would suggest that, and I don't think he would be wrong with suggesting that. Like, okay, you want this baby? This is your baby, solely your financial responsibility. Now, I'll still be the daddy and do with all the daddy shit, but because you wanted this baby so bad, this
Yep.
is you gonna have to take care. This is your baby.
And
I'll help. I'll fill in the gaps when I need to, but this
yeah, and
is
I'm about to
your
say,
baby.
you know what? You don't get to sit at home and raise a child. You have to go out and do the labor of taking
hmm
care of the child. And I'm gonna help you. I'm here. I'm,
hmm
I'm here. I'm gonna love this baby the whole 9 yards. But
hmm
I'm gonna do it from a retirement position. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
retired. I'm chilling. So yeah, I'll sit here. Me and him gonna sit here all day. He gonna drink juicy juices, and I'm gonna drink my shit. I'm gonna be drunk, and he gonna be pooping.
You're gonna
But
be, yeah.
you gonna be working though.
You you're gonna be working. You're gonna be working. This is your baby. This is our baby, but your baby. You are
Yep.
going to be goddamn working for real.
So
So
that's my
yeah,
verdict.
so I think that's the only real compromise that can be made in this
Yeah.
situation. Like, oh, but he still has to work hard on um settling those feelings of betrayal.
Oh
Like they're
yeah.
gonna need
Oh
some
yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
I they're gonna need some therapy, or or they're gonna have to break up because you cannot continue in a relationship with those strong feelings of betrayal like that. Like, and he gotta really let her know. And therapy is the only situation where um he can let her know, like, for real, you hurt
Yeah.
me. This is what you did. This is how it affected me. Because I bet she doesn't believe it to be as serious as it is. So in therapy is where you can explain that. Like, look, bitch, I'm trying to leave your ass, but I love you, so we here.
We
If
gonna work.
that's the case.
We
So
can work.
yeah,
It's gonna take some work to get rid of this feeling I have. It ain't gonna be
yes,
overnight, but I'm willing to put towards the effort. But
yeah.
these are some things I've come up with that you need to do to help me get to that place.
Yes. And hopefully, Sherrod, they can, hopefully they can work it out
Yeah.
because it ain't, first of all, it ain't shit out here. This dating pool has boo boo in it. Like, for real. It does.
Oh shit.
So if you in a relationship and you can make it work, by all
Make
means,
it
do
work.
take it from a sister who knows, because it ain't shit out here for real. Like if you can make it work with your current mate, do. Okay. So yeah, that's the verdict. She was all the way wrong. She was wrong as two left shoes. She was
Yes, she
foul and
was.
out of pocket. I think it's awful to put your mate in a position where they are forced to do something.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I think if she had a came like, okay, babe, look, I know you don't want no more kids, right? But I do. So what if I go get a job? Like for real, like if she had come to him with an awesome plan, like you
Yeah.
can still retire in 3 years, bro. I'm telling you, I got us, but need to have another baby. Like if she had came with an awesome plan, like Sherrod, as a husband, if you and I were married, we this was us. This is our situation. And I came to you like, okay, babe, listen, hear me out.
Right. Right.
Hear me out. Okay. I got a job lined up. They pay X amount of benefits. You could still retire in 3 years. We could keep my health insurance. Like, however we could work it out. If I came to you with a plan, a master plan, like my mom said she'll babysit Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We can have
Mm-hmm.
date nights twice a month. We can still do our yearly vacation. This is how much I'm gonna put towards that. If I came to you like that, would you soften to the idea of having an addition to the family?
Now I would, being who I am, you came with a
Mm-hmm.
plan. You came with something that's going to soften the blow. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because you're still trying to help me achieve what I've already envisioned in my mind. And
Mm-hmm.
if 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 we came in this thing together, working together in the beginning, we can still
Mm-hmm.
work together. But now I need you to pick up, you know, more of the burden, more of the work, the workload. You got to come with
Mm-hmm.
something to let me know that yeah, this thing that I wanted, I can still achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
Because from what it sounds like, he was banking on this.
Yeah, yeah,
You
he
know,
was ready. He was ready. So yeah, if I were in that situation and I was the wife and I just had to have a fourth baby, then I would come to my husband because again, this is my friend, this is my bestie, this is the person I'm spending the rest of my life with. So yes, I would definitely come to him with a plan if I knew that he was adamant about not having kids and I knew that most of his reluctance has something to do with a financial burden and a time burden. So when I make my plan, I'm going to have these considerations. So when I present it to him, because I never want to go into something not having my spouse's full support.
right.
Because first of all, that means there's going to be a rift between us. And secondly, that means I'm going to be doing all the work and whatever it is if I don't have the support. And I need that. I want my spouse's support
And
and
she has
whatever
to
it
know
is.
there will not be a fifth. There will not
There
be a
would not
fifth.
be, yeah. So then we're now, because we're not going through this again. You getting a vasectomy and I'm getting my tubes tied and burned at the ends because we not going through this. Ain't gonna be no more baby fever. Okay, I need you to get your baby fever out with this one. Okay, and I need you to sign on the dotted line. You in agreement? Yes. Okay, we're not doing this shit no more. We have not having any more conversations about kids because bitch, we about to be senior citizens around this
About to be
motherfucker.
old as fuck.
Old as fuck, and you're gonna have old ass babies and shit. Walking around
be
here like Benjamin Button
be dressing your 3-year-old like he going to a business meeting.
in a in a 3-piece suit.
Like, where's this Oshkosh Bagosh or whatever this shit they wear?
Right, I don't even know. Okay, y'all, so what y'all think? If this were you, and I want you to put y'all to put this in the comments. If it were you, this was your marriage, you want to have a baby, your spouse didn't, how are you handling that? And y'all already got kids. So if you listen to the scenario, you know what's happening. Tell us what you think. Give us your verdict in the comments.
Like,
So
share, and subscribe.
subscribe.
And
All
I'm gonna
right,
put the
y'all.
scenario in the description.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, peeps. So until next time, and if y'all have anything, any topic or subject that you have come across that you think would be an interesting topic for our show, please also hit us up and let us know. We'd be happy to talk about those things with y'all. So until next time, y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.
Peace.